considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go at Mile High. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9. They've got a man in motion. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They motion the slot man right. On 1st down, they'll run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ready up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Let's go. It's Nix out of the pistol. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. attempt close. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. Williams does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check smash. Ready?
Nicks off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Off the mark there, incomplete pass.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
Set. Mustang 19. Check go.
3rd and goal, here's Nicks. And the defender comes away with it. And the Chargers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. It's the Chargers. With it, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Herbert from the gun. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Herbert here, 3rd and long. Hauled in by Dobbins. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They snap it to Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Set. Hey, smash. Ready.
From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First and 10, here's Herbert. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's second and 5. He finds McConkey. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
On the move, headed right. On the move, looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. And he does not tie this game. His extra point's off. They remain down by 1. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And this one doesn't go far. Working quickly here. On 3rd down, Herbert complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Second and 12 behind the sticks. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3rd down run by Dobbins. Jukes out a 1-stop. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Able to hit Palmer. Complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Riley Moss with that tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Now Herbert to throw. Hurst there to grab it. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Has it in close. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
And the two-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Smith on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go.
Throwing here, Nix. Finds a man, Adam Troutman has it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He'll look to throw it. That finds Valen. Oh, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they limit the damage on the return.
No, yeah, for sure.
It's still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security
Yeah,
is a
and,
premium.
yeah, it was a good ass game though, for sure.
But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Drive
Yeah, I wasn't.
starts out with a 1st and 10.
I didn't even think I was gonna hit you for.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna let me hit it.
Down after a short gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, yeah, they be fucking with me over that little distance thing, but especially the open field tackles. That's why I thought you had it.
5-9. Set.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Finding Hurst. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And
Oh,
he
shit.
will score.
Good game.
Almost no time left. That should clinch the win. So that should